And Q Hippie. Hello, Spurs fans. Paul the Hotspur Hippie here, the only psychedelic soccer show on the internet. And what a day, what a day. 800 subs, thank you very much. I'll get on to that a bit later. I hope you're all doing well. You're probably just crawling out of bed in old London town. I see old Phil's there. It's a sunny day there. It's been a beautiful day here. What I'll do is I'll just go to my extensive Twitter research and hopefully my PC won't crap itself. I've gone back to StreamYard. I've been fighting with this bloody machine all day. But if it does shit itself, I'll just flick over straight away to my iPhone and it'd be seamless, man. It'd be like you won't notice the whole thing shitting itself. So it's going to be great. It's going to be pro, man. Um, Here we go. Let's get off with the tap in king here. Fabrizio Romano, Pochettino on Harry Kane. I don't like to talk about players in other clubs, but you're talking about one of the greatest strikers in the world. It's not fair to talk. It's not fair to say nothing. My relationship has already been with Harry has always been amazing. Well, Poch, if you don't want to talk about players in other clubs, why don't you just, you know, put a bit of bloody super glue across your bloody lips? We know you want him. We know you're not happy. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Oh, God, is he happy to be at Chelsea there? That says it all, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Here he is. I have an unusual set of skills. That's what Pochettino is doing. Like, did you see him in the chair the other day? He did look like James Bond about to be ball tickled by a Lashif in Casino Royale. He ain't happy there, which bodes well. Bodes well. Because if a manager doesn't want to be there, the team ain't going anywhere. Chelsea are going down, mate. You heard it here first. Chelsea are going down. On your Poch, on your Poch. Um, what else we got? Happy birthday to Sonny. He's 31 today. Although, according to like South Korea, I saw that he's a year younger over there now because they've changed some rules. Apparently, they I'm not laughing at it, but it's custom in South Korea that you're, and I might get this wrong. No offense intended, but your like birthday is includes the pregnancy period. So pretty much when you're born, you're like 1 year old already. But they've kind of changed the rules on that. But Premier League, they don't kowtow to other countries' customs. So he's 31. He just is 31. That's the way it is. But I think it's interesting the way countries measure time around the world. Interesting. Um, Last word on Spurs. And my PC isn't shitting itself. I made some changes. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it will hang in there. Hang in there. Brilliant. AS Roma are set to scrap plans to travel to Asia for pre-season due to a failure to receive the necessary payments from the organiser to make the trip. Tottenham Hotspur was scheduled to face Roma in Singapore, but that would be scrapped if the cancellation goes ahead as expected. Is Don King running football now? The guy. I can't do it. If I had more hair, I'd be able to do it. There you go, Don King, taking a bit of bungs here and there, and someone's just run off with all the money. I'm guessing payments from organisers. I don't know, but it's good picture there of. There we go. Well, you get Harry Kane's head there. There we go. Look at that. Maybe if I take it by surprise again, we'll get it up. There we go. There he is, Harry Kane, and a couple of other players. Hey! Just like he celebrated his record-breaking goal at White Hart Lane there. There we go. So that's put a bit of a spanner in the works. So it looks like football's going on bloody boxing, doesn't it, really? Bloody money. We didn't ask for you clowns to come into our game with all your money, all your big sacks of cash. It was perfectly good. I've seen the old movie tone newsreels and British Pathé News with the chicken. Football was fine. They used to stand there with the rattles, fagging their mouths, cheering their team on. And somehow you lot in the Premier League and you rich people that have bought all our clubs and taken the game away from us, you all think it's all better. Well, it ain't. It's bollocks. Anyway, Spurs OTM. Former interim manager Christian Stellini on Tanguy Ndombele. He's a pure talent on a technical level, and in terms of explosive strength, he's pure talent. Oh, wow, he's a pure talent. But then if you like look at the technical level, and explosive strength. He's pure talent. He's saying the same thing twice, Christian. What are you on about, mate? Perhaps he needs to feel pampered too much. He will have to mature in terms of character. In fact, if you're behind him, he shows that he can guarantee a certain type of response. Well, I assume that's pure talent. Otherwise, left to himself, he tends to get lost. He's 26 by now. He's no longer young, and it's necessary to take a certain path. Well, if anyone can find that path from him, it'd be that magical Australian with the compass, the football compass, the guiding light for the team, Big Ange Postecoglou. He seems keen on him. So we'll see how we go with him. Wouldn't it be nice to have? I mean, we all don't like him really, do we? After Morecambe, but football, sport, there's something to be said about a story of redemption. And if Ndombele comes back and does well, then yeah, what the hell, all is forgiven, all is forgiven. And another Fabrizio Romano on that guy down in the other posh bit of London, Pochettino. I don't want to make excuses to players. To say, first of all, we need time to rebuild. We need time to work. We need. No excuses. I love it. I love that language. That sounds just like it just sounds like a couple of managers we've had looking down on us. I reckon Pochettino's gone in there on the old drone and he's looking down at Chelsea a bit. Brilliant. Love it. There he is. Look at this. He's magic, Pochettino. Boo. There we go. Get rid of that prick. Football's a funny old game, eh? So I've been walking loads today. I'm a bit tired. I'm just sort of passing the time until the Ashes gets resuming again. Well, that old bollocks that is. Bazball, bollocks ball, dumb ball. Don't know what they're doing. It's making me really hard to support England, this one, the way they're just, Bairstow wafting around off stump, easy slip for the catches. And then Bairstow last test doesn't even look back to the wicketkeeper, which he is one of. You think he'd know he's a bloody wicketkeeper. Didn't even look back, went up and did a bit of gardening. Caused Ferrari all over the place. I think England are going to get done. Got to be humble in sport. Got to be humble. Anyway, that's the end of the bloody news already. That was quick, so I'm going to settle down and have a look at the old internet nutters, see what you lot have got to say. I did a video earlier because I was out fishing. Well, I was out with a rod. Fishing would be talking it up a bit because, as usual, I didn't catch anything. But I had a nice scramble around the undergrowth. That was good. But thank you very much for the 800 subs. And you know what? And thanks to all the people that just watch and just hang around. Really, I know what it's like. I've got one of these bloody smartphones here, and I don't like it buzzing at me every hour of the day to let me know when someone's on. I do subscribe to a few, but I get it if you don't want to. That's cool, man. Just do what you want. That's the idea of this channel. I'm not going to tell you what you can and can't do. It's a free world, man. Let's see who's in the chat here because I've run out of shit to say now. Could be a quick stream, but the PC's hanging in there well. God, I look like a beetroot. I've got my colour balance all wrong, but oh well. I'm usually a lot paler than this. Let's see who we got. We've got Phil P. I saw him early going woo. Hi Phil, nice to see you, man. Big up from sunny London town. Let's hope it's. I was going to say let's hope it's rainy in Leeds, but we need a win. So that ain't going to work, is it? Let's put that down a bit there. There we go. Look at me just chilling out there. Well, it's good to see you, Sonny. I hope you don't get some of those silly heat waves happening because I know they're a nightmare over there. Phil P says, huge congratulations on the unreal growth of the channel. Good things happen to good people sometimes. Oh, thanks, man. I don't know if I'm good. I'm not the judge of that. There's only, that's the judge of that sort of thing. But thanks, Phil. Very appreciated. Hey, Ollie, Van Football Vents. Paul, well done on the 800 likes. Fair play. Love listening to you talk football. Unfortunately, can't stick around this morning. I have to go to work. Well, you got to do what you got to do, man. Hope you have a good evening. Come on, you Spurs. That's it, man. No worries. Thank you very much. Hey, Asarian. Hello, fellow hippies. Come on, you Spurs. Yes, man. That's the way it works, eh? You're in now. You're in now. That's it. That's it. You just thought I quite like this Ange Postecoglou guy. I'll just I'll just follow Spurs a bit. But there you are. Come on, you Spurs. That's it. You're done now. You're done now. A life of misery, or perhaps a little bit of glory thrown in with Ange in charge. So that's what I'm thinking anyway. Phil saying hi all. Hope everyone is well. So do I, mate. So do I. Oh, it's a warm night. That's why I haven't got my usual gear on. I've got this on though. God, I was walking a lot today. Nick Brown, g'day. Hi all. Hi all. Here's Daniel and Daniel Sandoval. Good morning to all. Well, it's not hard to tell where you lot of Muppets are coming from today. It's all England, isn't it? England, England, England. G'day, Daniel. One love. Go ahead and showing my band colours there. Bit of purple and gold. Because, I've got purple and gold up here. That's because it's my old band colours. But we all know there's another meaning to that. We want the rich people out of our game. I think that's what it signifies. Let's get it back to bloody football. Phil P, are you really living life if you aren't worried about your laptop shit in the bed, asking for a friend? Oh man, it's just frustrating because there's a way I want this channel to look, and there's things I want to do, and my PC is just I don't know what's up with it, man. Because like a couple of years ago, I was running VR and doing esports and everything, and it seems to be struggling on the graphics side. It might be the graphics card, but I've had the bright idea of just lowering the whole resolution on my screen to 720, and it seems to be okay. So I'm kind of hopeful, but I've got my iPhone backup just in case it all goes like that. Asking for a friend. It's like, oh, there's a mate of mine that fancies you. It's not me, honest. No. Shamu, g'day, man. Oh, fuck off. Fuck off. Bloody, you come here. I was all pumped and happy, ready to talk about Spurs, and you bring up the bloody Dragons and Raiders. Bloody hell. Dragons are, they're such a shit show, aren't they? It's awful. I kind of thought that they might play better without Ben bloody Hunt. But they didn't. They were crap. So, what can you do, eh? What can you do? Andrew Seymour, morning, man. Morning. Nice to see you. Morning, Paul. And if Ange wants him, I take you talking about Ndombele. All good. I'm with you, man. I'd go as far as to say, if Ange fancies Eric Dyer, that's, what do I know, man? What do I know? I think, we've got to be careful. It's funny as a fan, isn't it? If it's one question I'd like to ask, like a proper pro player, is how they feel about the fans, and I think a lot of the old players think that we're fair enough with our criticisms, or the way we support, or the way we show our emotions on the terraces, or the posh seats as they now are. But I always kind of think, even though I say, oh, Eric Dyer's shit, because he is, I kind of think, well, who am I to say that? I do think that sometimes, but I just want the team to do well. And if Eric Dyer plays well, then fuck it, what am I going to do? I'm not going to say, oh no, that Premier League title, that third Premier League title we've won in a row under Ange doesn't count because we were playing Eric Dyer. But I just, I'd like to feel we've got some defenders, but Ange is the man. He'll tell us. Spurs related. Yeah, I am very well, actually. I'm surprisingly well. I don't know why. It's like the less money I have, the happier I get for some fucking reason. I don't know, man. Chris Meta Football TV. Big congrats on the 800. You'll be at 1,000. Now I can start milking YouTube, milking those advertising dollars. I give you this commitment, though. I give you this commitment. I'm never going to tell you to shave your balls, mate. No ball shaving on this channel. ZZ top, ZZ bottom. But everyone, everyone should get along to Chris's channel, which I'll try and plug, because he's so close to being able to do streams and shit. So hang on, let me see if I can do this. I'm so bad at this. Meta football TV, and I can never. Ah, there it is. There it is. Copy that. Oh, Chris is only 5 subscribers away, man. So he's been doing really good content as well. So, not content. That's such a bloody corporate bollocky word, isn't it? I've been entertained by Chris's videos. So nip over there at some stage. He only needs 5 more subscriptions to get him, live and all that sort of stuff, which will be fun. So I think you deserve it too, mate, Chris. Thanks to the arms. I mean, after all these puppies don't walk themselves, Thank you. Spurs related, yeah, crazy quick. I know. It's been. I thought, I didn't really have a time on how long, but I've done things in a previous life on these sorts of things, and I know that the beginning is usually the really, really slow bit, but it's been all right this time. I've kind of done all right, so I can't complain really. Can't complain. It'd be. I've been thinking about what to do when I get to 1,000, and I can start milking all those dollars in, and I'll do the. It's a bit of an ethical one, this for me. Let me run this by you while there's not many people in here, because I will do the whole membership thing, and super chats and all that, but there's part of my brain that when I'm structuring the membership, because I don't really do call-ins much anyway, and let me put it this way: if people pay money, then that's really cool. It's a really nice thing to do, but some people just can't do that, and so should they be penalised? You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'll have to have a think about it. I don't think I'm going to be giving priority that necessarily to people who paid to come on. But I don't know. It's a tricky one, isn't it? Because I'll be shooting myself in the foot, because I do enjoy doing this. And oh no, my PC's still working. I'll have a think about how to structure it, but it ain't far away. Probably only a few weeks away the way it's going. But thanks, Spurs related. No worries, man. But definitely no ball shaving. Not any ball shaving. No VPNs. If I ever do any product advertising, it's going to be something that I want to use myself, and I can't think of what that would be. I don't know. Swiss Army knife. I mean, look at this. I've had this since 1984. If Victorinox wants to give me a sponsorship, I'll bloody plug your products, because it's this. The knife is still sharp. I haven't even had to sharpen it. It's bloody brilliant. I use this thing every day for shit. But Victorinox, look me up, mate. Look me up. Yeah, internet nutters in full effect. That's what we want. We don't want any normal people here. We don't want any people walking around. It's funny, because something I've noticed, because I'm not working until September the 6th, which is less than 2 months away, which is cool. But I've been trying to keep myself busy by doing this and walking and all that sort of stuff, because if I stop, I'll just stop, and I'll just the world's too much and all that sort of shit. And I've noticed that when I'm doing that during the week, it's a different sort of clientele around the place. They're more my kind of people, they're sort of generally quite happy. They're just bobbling around. They obviously haven't got $5 to rub together, but they don't seem to be burdened by much. And when I was out this morning, it was like, oh, here come all the corporate people, all the people that are, the cubicle people, and which I was once, and probably some of you are there as well. So I'm not bagging you too much, I hope, but it adds a whole new dynamic onto walking around. I just had to sneak away a little bit and go on a little rock and not catch some fish for a bit. It's funny. I spend half my week avoiding people. Then I come on here and it's like, oh, brilliant, more merrier. But I mean, we're all talking Spurs here, aren't we? We're not talking about how big's your house. How big's your house? Oh yeah, I just got a new kitchen renovation with the stainless steel splashback. Oh, fucking great that is. I want to talk about Graham Roberts. And in a couple of days, big day, big anniversary for Tottenham. It'll be 45 years. 45 years ago, on the 10th of July, we signed Ozzy Ardiles and Ricardo Villa. Hot from winning the World Cup, winning. Listen with A for our club. Is my PC all right? Still going. We're all going. Good man. Hang on, I've clicked the wrong thing. Wayne Bonner, what's up, everyone? How's it going? Hope you're all good. Yes, man. Everything's good here. Everything's good here. Sunset, beautiful sunset out the window there. Ah, Shamu, don't come here with Dragons talk. First half they were, second half they were all over Raiders. Yeah, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. It's like Spurs last year where we'd play 45 minutes of like kind of all right football and 45 minutes of just let the other team score. It's like the way Spurs were playing last year. It was as if they were having bets. I will give you a head start. We'll give you 2-0 head start, 3-0 head start. We'll see if we can catch up. Or we'll play well in the first half and score a couple of goals and see if you can get more past us. But Dragons are way worse than Spurs, though. Oh, my God, they're terrible. Absolutely terrible. Audio artisan as ever. Morning, bruv. Morning, man. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Nice. Yeah, Sorian. You finally got around to watching your appearance on United Spurs of America. The final 20 minutes of hilarious. Yeah, we went off the beaten track a little bit there. I do like Jacob. That's the sort of channel I like watching. And his subscribers are starting to really go up high now. And I'm really happy for him because he's doing it his way, he's doing it his way, and that's what you've got to do. Like if I stop now at 800, I'm not going to change. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, and that's the way it'll be. I think as soon as you start chasing the numbers and getting preoccupied with what you internet nutters want to see, then I don't know, you lose a bit of artistic integrity. I don't want to sound like a wanker, but it's not my first rodeo in sort of the entertainment world, and as soon as you lose focus of what you want to do, you just become dog shit, really. And I'd rather be me and have 800 viewers than be dog shit and have 2,000, if you know what I mean, because it wears on your soul. It wears on your soul. But United Spurs of America is one of my favourite channels. I like the vibe of old Jacob. He's a cool guy. Cool guy. Spurs related, yes, Wayne. And yes. Oh, here we go. So Wayne is saying Ndombele is a fence player. I don't know what that means, but maybe you'll explain if I read the rest of it. Eh? On one side, he's a lazy prick with bags of potential. On the other side, Ange may bring out that potential out of him, and he'll finally shine. Yeah, it's. I see what you mean. It's like on a knife edge, isn't he? Like, can we actually get him to be good, or is he just a bit of a lazy bastard? I know what you're saying, man. It would be wonderful to see some of these players flourish. Like I was saying, there's nothing in, sport to me is at its best can be, it's more exciting than any film or play or whatever you'll see, because no one knows what's going to happen, and it's just life unfolding in front of you on the pitch. And within that saga, You have tales of, you know, failure, and sometimes now and then you have a bit of a redemption story. So if he does do it, it'd be great. Be great. But if he doesn't, then he can piss off out of our club. It's the way football works. Ah. Glad to hear, Paul. Okay, I'm glad to hear too. Forgot what I said, man, but that's cool. So there we go. There's Chris's thing, which I've brought up on the screen for no apparent reason because you can't click it, I don't think. But it's in the chat. And look. So Chris will only be 4 behind now. Four off what he wants to do. Get his artistic juices flowing. You know, that's what it's all about. Having a bit of fun. Chris Mayer Football TV. Wasn't expecting a plug. Thanks to everyone who's given me a chance. At least, boss. It's all here. I don't plug everyone, man. So that sounds wrong, doesn't it? That sounds wrong. I like what you're doing, Chris. So good luck to it. Good luck. Don't need to thank me, man. Big up, Chris. People are talking to each other. Few things. Here we go. Here we go. Phil P. Paul will only pay if they want it. That's right. Don't worry too much. I used to sweat the morality of stuff I do so much, and it isn't a bad thing. But do your thing, brother. It's all good. Yeah, no, I've got no qualms for taking money off people. You know, and like when I used to have money, I used to subscribe to bloody shit all over the place, man. I've got no qualms about that. But it's how do you know, the reward and that, because I do know people are doing it tough like myself. There is a GoFundMe. Hang on, it's time to bring up the banner. Bring up the banner. Shameless plug. It's a GoFundMe for me. It's not for charity. It's because I've got no money, and I should look a bit more miserable about it. But I've kind of done the misery thing, and well, fuck it. What am I going to do? But the GoFundMe is really it's helped put a smile on my face, really, because I've been able to like take care of the basics and stuff, and people have been really cool with that. But yeah, I've got no qualms about doing the whole thing, and you know, I guess it's a dream of most YouTubers or people that enjoy doing this. That if I could earn enough money doing this, wouldn't that be fantastic? But that's a long way off. But it's worth having a dream, isn't it? As Bill Nicholson said, it's best to aim high. It's best to fail aiming high than succeed aiming low. Because even in defeat, and at Spurs, we set our sights so high that even in defeat, there are echoes of glory. So I'm going to aim to be a high millionaire, bloody YouTube playboy. And even if I don't make it, there'll be a little echo of, a bag of peanuts, which will taste full of glory to me. So that's all cool. Where are we? Oh, fucking hell. Here we go. Chris, you're all talking to each other. I'll ignore all that. I don't want to butt in. Kim62, nice to see you, man. Wait to your video. So, morning to you, Paul. Thank you. How do you feel on Ange using Ndombele? Could be an impact sub, one of Levy's mistakes. His contract. Well, yeah, I think, look, I think whatever way you cut and slice and dice it, we paid too much for him, didn't we, really? But if he does turn out to be a useful pair of legs to come on, who knows? I, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. No one does. So, as usual, I'm just going to be talking a load of old crap like everyone else. But I tend to think that I saw a report where we had an offer for him for 20 million somethings, some currency. It might have been euros. I don't think it was pounds. And we said no. And I'm kind of thinking, if we ain't going to play him, you're not going to get a better offer than that. So, maybe Ange has had a look in his eyes, said, do you want to give it a go? Do you want to give it a go, Tanguy? And he said, yes, boss. And if that's the case, I ain't going to argue with it. Mark Cousins, evening, Sheriff. I thought the PC would have been out the window. dude, I was whacking it with this bloody hammer, giving it the Peter Sutcliffe treatment all bloody afternoon, troubleshooting, doing this, now trying to narrow it down, uninstalling this, fucking about with that, and I've narrowed it down. I think it's the graphics card for some reason, but since I've changed the resolution, it seems to be hanging on in there now. So it means I might be able to go back to OBS Studio with a bit of luck, because I like the flexibility of OBS Studio. The only thing I can't do with it is bring people in for a chat, which I might do. Actually, I might just put in a bloody fucking thing now if anyone wants to come on. It's not often I do this, and I'll just put it in the comments if you want to come on. Now, just before you all go crazy, because there's loads of you in here, there's like 19 people. I'm not very good at doing like conversations with like loads of people. It's just not something I'm comfortable with. So just a couple at a time, but we'll see how we go. Might only get one take or no takers, but there's the link if anyone wants to come on and say hello. That's cool. Chris Mayer Football TV, smash the likes, people. Thank you very much. Lots of strong arms there. You could get a job with the Spurs social media team using with your advanced emoticon knowledge like that. The Moment. That's an interesting name, man. I'm trying to have a look at your. Do they call them avatars? Pictures? Interesting picture. I can't quite make it out though, man. Ange has always promised players an opportunity, so Ndombele deserves one under the new manager. However, what he does with that opportunity is going to be fascinating to watch. I think it is, man. But here we go, because he's a man on the move and he's doing shit. Are you ready? Give us a thumbs up if you're ready, Chris. Let's see. It's going to take 6 seconds. Here he is. It's Chris Metal Football TV. Hey, Chris.
Hey, big up, man. You need a shave.
Oh no, my TV's too fucking loud. Hang on, I've got to turn it down. There we go. You mean I need a shave? This is from lockdown. This is 3 years of hard work of doing nothing, man. How you going, Chris?
Oh, how you doing? I thought it was lockdown from Vietnam. Sorry, mate. Sorry.
Are you still on holiday, or are you finished all that?
No, I'm still on holiday. Yeah, going back home on Monday. So yeah,
Right.
still got a few days left with the family on the other side of Spain. So yeah, just wanted to quickly come in personally, say hi to you and to everyone in the chat, and just a big congrats from me to you.
Thanks, man.
Because I'm just about to walk out the door and I heard, "Hi, man, I'm just going to put the link in for anyone, blah, blah, blah." So I thought, shit, I'm going to have to jump on that quickly and just, just get on that quickly.
I mean, so when you get to 50, what are you looking to do? You're looking to just like, because it's a bit of a pain in the ass when you start, isn't it? You got to record the videos and upload them and all that sort of shit. Whereas when you can stream, you can kind of do the same thing, but it's a lot easier. Is that what? Or are you going to have people on, or what are you going to do, Chris? Where are you going to? What's your vision for your channel, man?
Yeah, well, the vision, yeah, basically still do the same, still upload shorts. That's what I do in the community section of the channel. Still upload videos. That's what I've been doing because I'm only on my phone. And then I've got to get the software sorted out. That's what I'm going to do when I get back, get like the software sorted out and everything. And then stream or live. So I'm, whatever time of the morning or in the afternoon. And if any like news, like breaking news, I'll do that straight away. And then do lives like with like collaborations, like whatever goes on. Like jump on your channel, jump on other people's channels as well. That's what I've been doing. So just basically keep the content going, but instead of being limited to what I can do lives and get guests on like yourself if you want to jump on, no problem. Or other collaborators. So basically just just do that, keep on going, but not be limited to just the phone,
Yeah, talk right like old Spurs crap as well, eh?
Yeah, lovely stuff.
I've been watching your stuff. You seem to be getting like cautiously excited about this season so far. Are you?
Yeah. I mean, It's I think we've got the right manager in for what we need, because we are a predominantly attacking, fun team to watch. And the three managers that we've had in the past haven't really been that. But they've been more, well, I call them defensive. They scored loads of goals, whatever you want. Look at the statistics. But at the end of the day, on the pitch, it hasn't really been that. So
Yeah,
this manager, he's all out, gung ho, and that's really got people, interested. And it's like, who is this guy? What's he doing? What's he all about? And that, I think, has got people, interested, and with the ears perked up again. And I think we're going down the right direction. And yeah, I'm all for it. Whether it falls flat on its face, well, that's just, we don't know what the future's going to hold.
football, you don't know yet, do you?
No,
But,
no.
I like
If
the way in his fan when he's doing that fan Q&A, you could see he was excited about, the best part of football is scoring goals. When the ball crosses the line, it doesn't matter who you're next to, that's the person you're hugging. Whereas, I look back at when Conte took over, and he's all talking about, it's a struggle. It's going to be hard. You need patience. It's like really, really downbeat. Whereas at least Angie's saying, bollocks, let's just score some goals. It's exciting. It is exciting. Sorry.
No, sorry, I interrupted you. Sorry.
No, I was just winding down anyway, man. Just.
Oh no, I think it's a process as well, because I'm not sure if you've seen that Richarlison was talking about an argument that he had with Conte, and that he got bollocking and all this. I mean, yeah, fine, okay. Every manager has got his way of, has got his own way of doing things, and it might work for some, and it might not work for others, and that's all part of man management. And what we've seen with Ange, I mean, in private, he might give players bollockings, and you might come out of there crying and wishing to become a miner, down deep, because it's better than being on the training pitch with Ange, or But I think that his man management, that's his character. That's the way he's been brought up, thanks to his parents, to his Greek heritage, to being in Australia. And I think that Aussies have got a way of doing things, and that has helped him along his way of doing things and succeeding. That the hot-blooded Italian, Latino, the southern, although Greece is southern Europe, but it's a different kind of hot-bloodedness that lets you succeed in different ways. And I think that he's level-headed. He's just totally different man management, and I think that for the players is very positive. He keeps his distance.
He doesn't tend to single players out. Like he's capable of throwing a good bollocking around. I've seen a couple. I've seen about 3 clips of him doing that. But he will bollock. He'll bollock kind of the whole team, and he'll say, "Look, there's some of you out there that are being lazy fuckers, and you know who you are, and I know who you are." But he won't say, like Eric Dyer. He won't pick out someone. So I don't think that, like Conte picking out on Richarlison. If you believe Richarlison, he gave him a bollocking, dressing down for 2 hours in front of the team. I don't think Ange would be doing that. But I don't think you need to, man. I think there's something to be said about a bit of peer pressure. It's like, okay, I know who's being crap here, and let the team kind of sort it out, as well as the manager getting on people's case directly, if you know what I mean.
I mean, singling out someone for 2 hours in front of your colleagues. How much artillery do you need to gun someone down for 2 hours? I mean, Jesus, and I hope he had a drink in between, like every 5 or 10 minutes, because that will dry your mouth out for 2 hours, going at someone. Like, Richarlison didn't even do anything. I mean, that spectacular. Do you know what I mean? But it wasn't. As I read, it wasn't at him, so per se. It was just to make a statement.
Yeah,
It was it was a statement dressing down. I mean, Conte, get off your high horse, man. You're good, but you're not. You're not Cruyff, man. You're not Cruyff. You're not Guardiola, man. So, do you know what I mean? It's ego tripping. So I don't know. It's let's see. Man management is very important when you've got a big group. So they're going to run through walls through this guy. And
looks like it.
Yeah, that's. I mean, from the past, what you've been talking about Ange and what you know of him and what we've seen, I think that they're having fun and they'll do whatever for him, and the ones that won't and can't, because not everyone can live up to that expectation, and won't because they just really don't want to. Well, then they won't have a place, and they're going to have to be sold, or that's just part of football, I suppose. So we'll just have to wait and see. And there's time enough to in the transfer window to get new in and to filter the ones that need to be sold or don't want to be a part or can't be a part. I mean, it's just business at the end of the day. It's nothing personal. So
yeah. I'll just have a couple of see you, Carl Simpson. G'day, man. Big up all. Hope you're well. Who's this knobhead here? Everyone deserves a chance in the squad. I totally disagree. There's still loads of take-off players. No, there isn't. It's all urgent. I'm shitting myself. Patience.
You know what? You should ban that idiot.
Phil P. Question. Did you see Rick Astley and the Blossom at Glasgow doing a set of Smith tunes? Oh my God. No.
I did. I saw one and I saw him I saw him play the drums for an AC/DC song.
What, Rick Astley?
Yes. It was amazing. Well, I don't know if he plays the drums, but he played the drum to that at least.
Crikey.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
A little bit of my heart died when I heard that there's a curfew on the time at Glastonbury and they just pull the power out.
I commented the other day. Do you remember? I commented the other day about you're bothering our cows.
Yeah. There's nothing there. There's nothing there at all.
Paul, I'm going to have to shoot because the family are waiting for me.
Man. That's all right. Thanks for coming on. Good luck with it.
Thanks for having me. And take care, chat and everyone. So see you soon. Bye.
Cheers, man. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye. Take care. Bye.
All right. Okay. He clicked the remove button, so I didn't have to. I was going to get there before him, but he just... All right. Where are we going here? Liam. We're now linked with Japanese centre-back Ko Itakura from Borussia Mönchengladbach. It's a good name, that is, Borussia Mönchengladbach. Know absolutely nothing about him, but just putting it out there. Well, let's have a look, eh? Let's have a look. So my test for centre-backs is I go to SofaScore, and because SofaScore is bollocks, but, what else we got to do here? I can't show video clips or whatever. And my two tests have they got a higher sofa score than Eric Dyer, and are they taller than me? Two completely stupid measures of a player, but that's the rules. Ko Itakura. Okay, let's have a look here. Ko Itakura. I can't even spell Ko. All right, here we go. Let's get this shared out. Here we go. Now, does that lay out better? I don't know. Maybe that is. There we go. All right, so let's have a look. So Eric Dyer is 6.86. Okay, there we go. All right, that's a win. That's a win. And he shades it. He's just taller than me. Get him in. Get him in. Where does he play on the pitch? Oh, so he's like Romero, kind of, maybe even a fullback over there, judging by this heat map. Yeah, because we're all focused on our centre-back signings of going over this side of the pitch, aren't we? Can you see my cursor if I do that? I think you can. Over this side, over the Eric Dyer, Ben Davies zone of void of talent over here. But we can't ignore over here. We've only got Romero and Royale has still got a bit to prove, really. He's come on a long way, but he's got to get a bit better. So what's his value? 12.5 million things. I'm in. I'm all in, mate. Where did he play? Now, where did he play before that? Did he play in the J League? When did he play in the J League? 2018. So Ange might have. This might be a good shout you've got here. This might be a good shout. Liam would have this player, and Big Ange Postecoglou would have this player on his radar. Liam, might be a good shout. My other spurious rumor, which someone mentioned a while ago, but it seems to have died down, is what's his name? Hakuri Ito Hakuri. I've forgotten his name now. That's how long ago the rumor was. But yeah, man, why not? Why not? I'm with you, Ian. No problem at all. Nick Brown, Dodd. Phil P, shave it. Shave what? Well, I've told you, there's not going to be any shaving your balls talk on this channel. No, sirree. No, sirree. Shave it. You know, there are times, I must admit, Phil, where, you know, I might have a bit of a sloppy curry and I think, fuck it. either I'm going to hop straight in the shower or just get rid of this thing. But I don't know. I kind of like it. It might disappear one day, but because I know I can just get another one. It's not like, you know, it's not like, I don't know, something that's broken, is it? So maybe there will be a day when you come on, you think, who's that guy with no chin? It's me. Big up Chris, big up Chris. There we go. Ko Itakura is ex-Man City though, so that tells me something. Is that right? Was that where he? Let's. I didn't look at. Let's have a look here. Let's get some more details on this guy. Is that the one I do? Yeah. Ko Itakura. Let's have a look on. Let's have a look at his Wikipedia page. Ko Itakura. Here he is. Let's have a look. Let's see where he's been. So, okay. Oh, you're right. So he was at Man City. He didn't get any games, but I mean, you know, there's no disgrace in that, I don't think. And as if by magic, because my PC shut itself, I flicked over to my iPhone. Hang on, forgive the horrible noise. There we go. I flicked over to Plan B. The PC didn't last in the end. It did shit itself. And that black box is me as well. Can I get rid of that? Yes. There we go. And oh, fucking hell, it's my big head. Look at that. Huge. There we go. Oh, Plan B. All right. So where were we? I reckon. I reckon he looks like a good shout. That Liam. There we go. Yep. So he was at Man City. Didn't get any games, but knocked about the Bundesliga for a bit. Could be quite promising. Doesn't look very expensive. Could be a smart buy. I don't mind smart buy. Big up the Greeks. Yeah. At the moment, Ange is not going to waste his time managing players. He's who he is, and he expects a level of professionalism and dedication no matter what. Yeah, he's not quite a Pochettino kind of guy, but he does pick his moments, and because he kind of is a little bit distanced from the players, I think that means that he can use less words to get a lot of effect out of players. So, you know, there have been times when he's helped players with their careers a lot, actually. but not to the Tanguy Ndombele kind of pampering, if you know what I mean. So you're right. He does expect professionalism, but I think he also recognises that we're all human beings. We're all imperfect. We make mistakes, and he's just there. Like, he will criticise players, but he'll do it in such a way as he'll say something like, you know, you're not passing it up forward enough, but I know you can do it, kind of thing. It's not just you're total shit, or you're totally brilliant, or I love you. It's a straight, you know, it's a straight down the line. He's got a good balancing act as Ange. Phil P, huge love all. I'm off for a run. Catch you at the far post. Have a great rest of your day. In Ange we trust. That's right, man. Thanks for joining me, Phil. Thank you. Nice to see you. Morning, Paddy. Morning, Paddy. I hope you're all good. Yeah, I'm good. I'm getting even more excited about the season coming up. Okay, it's ridiculous. Every year I do this. Every year, Paddy. I was having a chat with my youngest kid the other day, and unfortunately, she turned out to be a Spurs fan as well. You know, born and raised in Sydney, and she's a bloody Spurs fan. And I was saying to her, you know what? I think we're going to have a really good year this year. She said, Dad, you say that every year. And I said, no, but this year's different. I can feel it's going to be. No, you say that every year, Dad. So, you know, but I think it is going to be different this year. I think it is. We've got a good manager. Nice to see you anyway, Paddy. Kim62. Ange has got the same vibe as the greatest manager Tottenham has ever had. Oh, this is a big call. Big call from Kim62 here. Bill Nicholson, who I had the honour of meeting. Did you? You met Bill Nick? Bloody hell, man. Oh, well, because I was going to say that was a big call, but if you've met the great man, you've met the great man. I mean, he was a man of few words, you know, but he was just respected. He set the tone. He set the tone for the club and the team. And look what happened. Look what we did, you know. I like to think it could be great, you know. How great, we don't know, but I think he's going to be. I think he's going to be something special. I think hopefully people are starting to see that he's something special already. Just the way he talks. He's a good guy, as Ange. I've wanted him to be our manager since February, and I'm kind of pinching myself that he is. And it was funny in that fan Q&A the other day. It was almost discombobulating because he was talking about Australian players and his time as Australian manager, but he's doing it in a capacity as Tottenham manager. It was like two worlds meeting, because I've heard him talk about that sort of stuff before, but now he's talking about it in relation to Tottenham, and it's just mind-blowingly fantastic for me, man. Audio Artisan, keep the beard at least till December. You could easily get some Santa gigs. Yeah. You know, I've had, there's Father Christmas. Yeah, I mean, what am I going to do? You've got to go ho, 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 haven't you? What an amazing trick. I don't know. It's hammer time. Hammer time. Yeah, that's it. You know, I could actually fart about rebooting the thing, but I can't be bothered. But it's going to get the hammer. It did hang on in there for nearly an hour, though, so fair play to it. Mark Cousins, bloody hell, sharing about your ultimate wisdom. Well, maybe I was getting a bit too out of my pram there, Mark. Maybe I was stretching my PC a bit too much, and it ended up just blowing up in the end. You know. Any other chats here? What I'll do is I'll just see if I can switch it on again. I'll just have a look here because I want to keep going for a bit, but. What time is it? Only 2 hours till we lose the Ashes. So let me have a look here. Well, I'm glad I used StreamYard, because if I used the other thing, I'd have to, the stream would be dead by now. There any other rumours? Any other news, you internet nutters out there? Because you know. You don't expect me to research stuff. Have I missed any comments here? Let's have a look here. Kim, I'd be interested to know, when did you meet Bill Nicholson? How did that come about? PC started again. I am live, aren't I? Yeah, I am live. Yeah. I think so. PC started again, but I use my phone as a mouse for my PC. So there we go. Well, it's going a bit quiet now, isn't it? I'll just keep it a bit so if anyone wants to say anything. Oh, cricket. Here we go. Mark Cousins, cricket. I know cricket's bollocks. It's raining where I live. Don't know about Leeds. Hopefully it's raining in. Oh no, we don't want it to rain in Leeds, because then that's it. The Ashes are gone. We need to win this test, and I don't think it's going to happen. You're sorry, helping me drag out the stream, man. Thanks, brother. Does anyone have a childhood favourite actor that Paul can poo-poo? Oh yes, I didn't poo-poo him. I just said, it's just not kind of my thing. Audio Artisan, what are the chances brings in a new captain or uses one of the current squad? That's interesting, man, because it's one thing when I over the last couple of years or last few years, I don't like having a goalkeeper as a captain, and I don't like having a striker as a captain either. They're in the wrong areas of the pitch. And then you look at the other players on the pitch and you think, well, who's got to be captain? And it's hard to say. The only thing I can bring it back to is that when Ange joined Celtic, he picked Callum McGregor as captain. It wasn't the most popular choice with the fans, but it turned out to be the right choice. So, it could be a player we already have, and we might go, what the hell? What? Why is he picking him as captain? Who's this bloke? What does he know about football? And but I've got no doubt whoever he picks is going to be the right choice. I mean, who in the current squad could be captain? That's the thing. You look at our defenders. There's no one there really. Romero, don't know. Midfield, Madison, I don't think he's a captain. I mean, if Højbjerg stays around, maybe, but we might be selling him. It's a weird old thing, because for years we've been hearing rumours of this bloody players committee, this senior players group, and that implies to me that there are a whole bunch of, would want to be captains or leaders in the team. But the leadership group, who is it? It's Harry Kane, Ben Davies, Ollie Skipp. I mean, 24/7, 24Z. There aren't many leaders. I agree, but cometh the moment, cometh the man. Perhaps it might surprise us all what happens. 24Z also said might just have to go Basuma if he's now the main guy. Tell him to take on responsibilities. It's possible. It's possible. I mean, if we know Basuma's a good player, don't we? We've seen it. We've seen it before he came to Tottenham, and then he got Tottenhamitis, as a lot of players do, and joined us and got a bit wayward. But I still think a lot of that is because of the tactics we were playing, and they're boring tactics. And if you're a footballer, I don't think you get much fun out of playing boring football, do you? You want to go on the front foot. That's what football's about. And if you want to be a defender, because I used to be a fullback because I was crap, couldn't bloody play football to save my life, but I used to love getting the ball off people. We need a bit more of that about the place. Leadership group. Oh, okay, the leadership group is is Dyer, Kane, Skipp, Pierre, and Lloris. I mean, it doesn't. I'm not going over the top of the trench for any of them really. I don't know. Like, maybe I'm unfair on Kane. Maybe he is leadership material. He just seems to be in the wrong end of the pitch for me. But if he's made captain, he's made captain, and I don't think that really, like his contract negotiations, I don't think that muddies the water too much, because Man City just did that this year, didn't they? Wound down their captain's contract, and they won a few trophies. So Audio Artisan says it's tricky to be a new guy and be given the armband straight away. Yeah, it is. It's tricky, but sometimes it's the right thing to do. I don't know whether it's the right thing to do at Spurs. I've not heard any rumours of us signing someone who feels like a captain, though, unless you've heard differently. 24Z. Okay, comments are going. Thanks, folks. I can keep going a bit. I highly rate Basuma. Me too, man. I think Conte fucked him out. It's possible. It's possible, isn't it? The way he was playing for Brighton, where, I mean, admittedly, I only saw him play against Tottenham. That's the only time I see players, is when they play against Spurs. And he was just the best player on the pitch, basically. He ran the whole game. The results didn't go his way, but I was so excited when we signed him, so excited. And we saw a bit of him come back, near the end of the season there, didn't we? When we went to a back four, when Ryan Mason took over after the Stellini debacle. And he had a bit of an injury. I was worried about his injury, but he seems to have come back from that all right, Nick Brown, what a bad group. Yeah, well, it's Tottenham, eh? That's why I think that's one of the reasons why we've been struggling for the last few years. We've got this this clique of senior players, or players that have been at the club too long, calling the shots. They've all got this personal relationship with Daniel Levy, and it undermines managers. It undermines Poch, Mourinho, Nuno, probably Conte as well. So, whatever I think of the managers is kind of not the point, because manager's the manager. For me, the only way football can work, or your only shot at being great, is you pick a manager and everyone just does what he says. It's one of those things, I'm a peace-loving hippie. I don't like authority, but it works in football. That's just the way it goes. And, we need to get rid of some of those players, or at least hopefully get Daniel to close his door so he's not accessible, because it's a complete conflict. You can't run a club like that, when they know they can just... Steve Perryman did a podcast a month or two ago, and he was talking about the number of layers in football management, and football director and sporting director and all this. And he said that if a player had a disagreement with Bill Nicholson about wages and went to the owner would just say, "We'll go and chat to Bill about it," which is not what we've got at Tottenham at the moment. And bit of hubbub over Scott Munn starting late. I mean, I don't really give a shit about that, to be honest. There's only one captain, Sir Gary. Has he got a knighthood? Did he get a knighthood? Did old Gary get a knighthood? That'd be good. I'm not gonna argue with you, but I think Steve Perryman's another captain as well. In fact, we've got a lot of captains that have been really good over the years. Danny Blanchflower, Dave Mackay. I mean, we've not been short of a skipper or two, have we? But Gary Mabbutt was definitely a fine one. He took us through lean times and good times as well, did Gary. That kind of makes a skipper something special, I think. Steve Perryman did the same. Was relegated with us and got us and then got us up to FA Cups again. So I can't argue with if Gary Mabbutt's the one for you. I'm not going to argue, man, because he was cool. He was cool to watch. He was brilliant, eh? Audio Artisan, I have a feeling it might be Skipp. if only for the first season. Rumour has it he punched up Hugo at half-time versus Newcastle. Yeah, I heard. I don't know if I heard that one, but I heard something similar. Audio artisan that he was like one of the people giving the players a bollocking. The only thing is, can Skipp do it from midfield? You know, maybe we'll see something surprising. I'd give Skipp maybe a shout for maybe dropping back into defence, because I think he's quick enough and he's good enough at tackling and getting the ball. And if that's the case and he's got that attitude, then you might be right there, man. You might be right. But if he's playing in midfield, he just fell short on skill a little bit. Although it was a rough old setup, it was just a two-man midfield last year. I mean, I don't know what you're supposed to do with two men in midfield. I don't see how you can play any sort of football with a two-man midfield. You know, it's ridiculous. You serious? Got the feeling? Well, Son would be a popular choice as captain. Well, that could be a good shout as well. Captain of South Korea, bit too far up the pitch maybe for my liking. But when there's rumours about clubs sniffing around Son, he nipped them in the bud straight away, didn't he? So he's got that going for him. No, he didn't. That's what I call him. Ah, well, you know, what? Hey, well, why not? I mean, anyone. I mean, more than one person give a knighthood out. I can give a knight. Sir Mark Cousins. There you go. Don't matter, does it? You don't have to have big fat sausage fingers to do that sort of thing, do you? Oh, okay. Kim62 met him and several managers through my mother-in-law who worked at the Spurs. Oh, wow. Came to a funeral, represent the club. Oh, wow, man. I mean, sorry for your loss there, but you know that's what a guy, eh? What a guy. You know, I mean, that's real old school, where, you know, I mean, Tottenham was Bill Nicholson's life, though, wasn't he? He lived just around the corner from the ground most of his life. You know, when he came down from up north. 24Z says either got to be a midfielder or a defender for me. Absolutely. I'll tell you what. I'm just going to see if I can get this going on my PC again. So bear with me. I'm going to go into landscape and fart around a little bit here. And if it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. I hope you can still hear me. Here we go. Wrong bloody button. And the studio. There we go. Oh, feedback. Fuck. All right. We'll see how we go. I might get a few. So I just find it a bit more comfortable, and I think the camera's a bit better on this one. I don't know. It's easier for me to use than the phone. But if it shits itself again, I will go to Plan B again. There we go. Oh, let's get in the middle there. There we go. Yeah, midfielder or a defender. Oh, yeah, I'd go along with that 24Z. That's kind of the area I like to look at as well, so you can see the whole pitch, eh? 24Z. What about Tap Sober if he comes in? Can't be Van de Ven as he's too young and not proven yet. Yeah, how old's Tap Sober? I won't share my screen again because I think my computer didn't like that. Let's have a look at Tap Sober. Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen him play, but everyone's saying he is top notch. 24. If you're old enough, you're good enough, eh? Don't matter, does it? Till it fucks up again. Kim 62. Yeah, the man just had an aura about him. I've never met a person like him. Wow. He had a profound impact on me. When Tottenham is in your blood, it's like meeting someone holy. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? There's just people. There's shit. There's just people around that have that effect on people, aren't there? And they're often not the flashiest kind of people. I think it boils down to the way. I think one of the things is that it's the way that they treat people. They treat people exactly the same. You know, level across the board. Um, Not that I'm comparing this person to football managers, but I used to, well, still a friend of mine worked with Nelson Mandela, and he said Nelson Mandela, everyone loved him because he was exactly like that. You know, he'd have a chat with the cleaner on the way into his office or anyone. You know, he's just normal, and there isn't enough like normal around. I think sometimes, you know, 24. People genuinely think Skippy's dropped as soon as Bentancur is back. Yeah. Well, maybe Bentancur's a shout for. Hang on, can I do? Oh, hang on. Let's have a poll. Let's see if I can do this. This is going to be testing me. This is. I don't think I can. Can I? I don't know how. With the tools I have at my disposal, I don't think I can do a poll. Polls are bollocks anyway. Who gives a fuck what people think? But maybe Bentancur. He was playing so well last year. It's such a shame he got injured because, especially when he was getting up and chucking it about a bit, he was showing some class. I mean, he was showing class at the back. What I liked about him at the back was he would cover for our twats in defence, and he'd just show him how it's done. He'd get the ball and he'd just turn with it, and off the ball would go. Very quick, not pausing, very comfortable. You know, he'd take the ball under pressure as well, under pressure, and just he's a proper footballer. We we need a few more of those people. You know, it's just basic stuff, shielding the ball. Actually, that's where Harry Kane, I thought, came on leaps and bounds last year. He's just getting better every year. But the way when he got the ball, he would stop someone nicking it off him. He's getting really big, really big and strong as bloody Harry Kane, and he just shielded it against like whoever was coming at him. I like players that use like physicality to protect the ball. Paul Gascoigne used to do that. He used to run with his arms like this, and no one could get bloody near him. And it wasn't quite a foul. He wasn't quite pushing them, but it was just they couldn't get the ball off him. And that's what Spurs midfielders used to be like. I mean, no fucker could get the ball off Glenn Hoddle and Ozzy Ardiles or Paul Gascoigne. You know, it was great. It's like when you got the ball, we're in charge. Shout it. It always works. Shout first, hammer second. Is that what you're saying, Mark? Is that the running order? Kim62, yeah, you're so right. She was the tea lady to the managers. Oh, wow. And he treated her with the same respect as the owners and the players. Yeah, because everyone everyone's doing their bit, aren't they? Okay, yeah, you got the players, they're the obvious ones out on the pitch doing this stuff. But unless there's harmony from everyone else, like your mum making the tea, or ball boys, or the people scraping up the chewing gum from underneath the seats, you get all it going in the right way, and then you end up with a great team. So was your mum there like through the big glory years, like the early '60s and all that? Amazing, man, amazing. Duncan the Fiery Hotspur, nice to see, man. Hugo to Inter, looks like it. Pierre to Atletico, and Dyer to the boot room. But Dyer to. I mean, you'd think with that longest bar in Europe, they'd need someone changing the kegs over, wouldn't you? Leadership group, my ass. Ange our leader. Yeah, but we need a leader on the pitch, don't we? We do. And maybe let's look at it from this point of view. I mean, okay, there's a lot of players we don't like, and But at the end of it, they're still professional footballers. They're good enough, kind of, to be at somewhere near that level. They're not total shit. The other thing that kind of struck me in the last couple of years was they'd always be looking over to the bench, for what to do. And Ange isn't quite like that. He'll just tell people to kick it forward, but he won't micromanage. I think that's maybe it. Maybe that's what I'm getting at. I think Conte and Mourinho were micromanagers and didn't leave much of the flair and thinking Johnny on the spot thinking to the players. It was so regimented in their head. Under what circumstances do you do what? Whereas with Ange, well, for a start, it's going to be total football. We're going to see some total football at Spurs. How good's that going to be? Total football, where you got the back four, but players can pop up all over the bloody place, and you can only do that if they've got each other's backs. So someone can have a little bit of an excursion, and someone will know that and back them up just in case they lose the ball or fuck it up. Proper total football, man. It's going to be amazing if it comes off. I think it's going to be special, man. Special. Kim 62, yeah, she was there till Venables and some great players. They all loved her. Ah, yeah. I heard there was the Spurs Show podcast have been doing this thing off season top tens, and I've forgotten the guy they had on, but he was a ball boy. And he said a lot of the players were really cool, and the coolest player with him was Teddy Sheringham. And it's one of those funny things, isn't it? Like it's almost like the better, the more talented the player, they're usually like really cool guys, Wow, she's little Venables. That was the last time that we got a manager in that I was really excited about. Not that we haven't had good managers since then, but that was one I was excited about, and Venables was great. There was a buzz about the place, even though like it took a bit to get going, but we could all kind of see that there was something happening, and that it came to fruition in '91 with an FA Cup. It was great. Duncan the Fiery Hotspur. I think Son is favourite, but maybe we haven't signed our skipper yet. It's possible. There's some rumours about that bloke from Fulham, not Solomon, but the I don't know who it was now, but that seems to have died down. I'll tell you what, it's Saturday morning, isn't it? Let's have a quick look at the Twitter Spursosphere. Let's just see what's going on here. See if there's any more rumours I've missed. Sonny's birthday. This is Kim saying here. A story she told us would take up your whole feed. Oh man, that would have been a great thing to grow up with, man. Amazing. But it's good to keep things in school as well. It's good to keep things in school. I won't pry. It's like that what was it, All or Nothing series? I didn't watch it because I don't want to know, man. I don't want to know what goes on behind the scenes. I've seen clips of it on YouTube, but like in Australian sport, like top level rugby league or Aussie rules, they'll have cameras in the dressing rooms, man. Dressing rooms before the game and at half time. And I don't like it. If I was a manager, I'd bloody put gaffer tape over the cameras. Sod that. It's all part of making the game more exciting. I think the game's more exciting when you don't know what's going on in the background, Let's see what's happening here. No, no. Well, apparently we're going to be signing either Tapsoba or Van der Ven this week, aren't we? which will settle some people. I get people who are a little bit ants in the pants about it at the moment. I'm still a bit chill, but maybe given another couple of weeks, I won't be so chill myself. Oh, here we go. Spurs Web. That's an alarm for something. Spurs Web. They keep quite. Why are all the Spurs pages quoting Mauricio Pochettino all the time? I mean, I'll just say it because I've got nothing else to talk about. On whether he's talking about whether Tottenham fans have changed their opinion of him. I don't believe the fans will change, but what can they do? Nothing. For me, it's about being focused on trying to do my job here. What can I say or do? If that happens, Spurs fans hating him, it's up to them to keep or not the feelings they were feeling in the past. It's in the past, mate. You're at Chelsea. Piss off. Just shut up. Stop talking about Tottenham for fuck's sake. You're going to do a terrible job at Chelsea, and that's it. Go. Done. You don't want to be there. The team knows you don't want to be there. The whole club hates, as they put it, they hate yids at Chelsea because they bloody well do. So it's all going to die in the arse. It's going to be useless. That's what they said to Graham Roberts. I mean, Spurs did it. David Pleat did a bit of a dirty on Graham Roberts, got rid of him over to Chelsea. And I heard Graham Roberts say on a podcast he was in the canteen and woman put a plate of food in front of him and said, "We don't like yids here." That's Chelsea. That's Chelsea. And David Baddiel says we should stop being anti-Semitic. Well, look in your own backyard, mate. Look in your own backyard. Horrible club. Horrible. Let's get back to the comments here. Chem62. I agree. The air of mystery is key to wanting more. Yeah. Don't want to see what goes on in the dressing room. No. Because like when I'm watching, like when I watched some of the rugby league last night. Hopefully Shamu's gone by now. The team I support is the St George Dragons. I was conned into that because they're total dog shit at the moment. And you just see them sitting there in the dressing room and you can see the coach saying stuff to them. You don't know what's being said, but I just don't want to know. I'll just show us what happened during the first half again, or show us some pigeons on the pitch, because it affects things, doesn't it? The players know that the camera's there. The managers know that the camera's there. Whether you like it or not, it changes behaviour. And that's what I didn't like about the all or nothing thing with Spurs. Who's to say Amazon didn't say, "Oh, can we just do that bit again and have this discussion again?" Or, maybe they're playing up for the cameras or whatever. It just makes it all false. It's all these bloody things. Cameras everywhere. Cameras everywhere. Bloody awful. Need to move on from Poch. I agree, man. I think, yeah. So does Poch need to move on from Spurs as well. Duncan, the Fiery Hotspur. Great channel, Paul. Thank you. I love your 5-minute ditties out in the neighbourhood. Keep going. Oh, yeah. Well, I have fun doing them, man. I like doing them when I'm walking around. And I find a little bit, and it's almost inevitable when I'm sitting there, because there's moments when I'm sitting out in nature and I don't know. A mate of mine puts it well. He calls it smelling the roses, where just nothing matters, and you're all nice and zen. And I start thinking, okay, what's going on at Tottenham, and I think about what the hopes I have, and then I think, okay, I've got a few things to say, and I just switch the camera on and just have a crack, and I enjoy it. I enjoy it. Everyone's waking up now. Here we go. Future music. Wow. Future music with an Incan Aztec past. Morning, Paul. Do you do music, man? Are you a musician or something like that? Let me know, man. It's always cool to listen to new stuff. Ribsy85. Hello, man. Hello, man. Come on, you Paulie. I got this Greek mate. And like every other bloody week, whenever I see him, he'll say, "Oh, Paulie," and then he'll say, "Oh, you don't mind me calling you Paulie?" It's like, no, it's all right. It's like no, I don't give a shit, man. He always checks every time. Oh dear. 24Z. Skipp is talking like he's that guy. He may need to chill out. Yeah, well, yeah. Or he might need to start playing football. Who knows? Oh, is this Skipp? Oh, okay. So this is Skipp on returning to pre-season under Postecoglou. Okay, so what's he saying? There is definitely an opportunity for me. Oh, is there? Is there? Oh, you got me on the. Oh, fuck! I've just spilt my water. Bollocks. Fuck. Hang on. Hang on. Back in a second. I need more water now. It's only water. Hang on. I'll get back to that thrilling Skipp quote. See, it made me spill my drink. Bloody Oliver Skipp. The mere mention of him. Lucky I've got a blanket here to soak this up. Dear, lucky it wasn't orange juice, or milk. Milk's the fucking worst. All right, let's get back to the Skipp now. I'm prepared for it. Oh God, I have to take a run up for this one. There is definitely an opportunity for me. Presumptuous, mate, presumptuous. I'll have to see what the club's plan for me is. They have let me focus on the tournament first, and then we'll probably get into contact and we'll see. Well, okay, on the face of it, that quote isn't a good quote, is it? That doesn't sound good to me. But on the other hand, Skipp does have a football head, I think, and when some media journo, slimy Fleet Street meathead shoves a microphone in front of your face. Where's my microphone? I haven't got my microphone. Bloody hell. It was only a prop. It's not plugged in anyway. Sometimes you don't say what you mean to say. I don't like the sound of it though. There is an opportunity for me. I'll have to wait. I'll have to see what the club's plan is for me. They have let me focus on the tournament. That's okay. That's cool. And then we'll probably get into contact and we'll see. Oh, maybe it's innocuous. It's very the problem with just reading things in text. I know, I know I do. You sort of project a bit. It's like, well, if I was saying that, what would be in my head? But we don't know what's in his head. But yeah, so that's what he. 24Z. There we go. What does he mean by we'll see? Isn't this his boyhood club? Sounds like he doesn't mind going. I don't know. Maybe I'm overanalyzing. Okay, you're saying what I'm saying. But there's a bit too much confidence. Yeah, could be. Ribsy85 says, opportunity to shut your trap and tackle the blokes, eh? Look, I'll tell you, Skipp did put, there's one thing he did do last year was he put in a lot of tackles. It's just that when he got the ball, that's where sort of talent ran out a bit, like Mark's saying here. I like Skipp. He just isn't good enough. He didn't show it to be good enough last year. Keeping hydrated. So I'll put the link in here. Actually, while I'm putting the link in here, I'll just plug this. Oops, no, that's wrong. That one there is a GoFundMe in the description. I am Skin. I don't look particularly depressed about it because I ain't. But the fact is, I don't have much money, and I go back to work on the 6th of September, so all will be nice and dandy then. But until then, it's pretty hard. So people have been really generous and really got me over the line so far. The finishing line is nearly there. I can almost see it, but I understand like everyone's doing it tough. If you can't, you can't, or if you don't want to, you don't want to. That's all cool, man. You know. But if you want to, the link's there. Now, I just wanted to put the. I'll just put the. Oh, fucking hell! Come on, Paul. IT wizard, eh? 25 years. I'll put the link in if anyone wants to come on and have a quick chat. I don't know how much longer I'll go, but anyone's welcome. Ribsy, yeah, he's a savant at those behind the bloke slides that most. He was going a bit hard as well. He sort of toned that down a little bit, but when he came back from injury, I thought he was being a little bit over the line with some of his tackles. Not in a Romero way. Like Romero was rash, but not injury causing rash. There was a couple of times Skipp went in hard on players, and it was not right, not right. So, but he calmed down from that. That's why I'm thinking maybe centre back or something, you know. Ribsy 85, otherwise needs work, I reckon. Me too. Skipp might make captain, but we won't make the club calendar. Oh, that's me. I'll type that in. There we go. Paul Kirk, the arrival of Bentancur showed up how poor Skipp and Højbjerg are technically. I think you've got a good point there. And like Bentancur's up here, isn't he? And he sort of brought Højbjerg up a bit, didn't he? But then you take Bentancur out and you stick Skipp in and you go down the other way a bit, and that's what we ended up with for a lot of the season. And I think that was kind of, I mean, not that I'm a coach or a manager. I keep saying I know fuck all about football. But I'm thinking if you've only got two midfielders like that in the team, isn't it? It's kind of obvious you're not going to be playing very well. So maybe it's time to mix it up a little bit and change your formation. I remember saying last year that Conte was right to stick with his formation, but after Bentancur got injured, I mean that's a huge blowout of the team, isn't it? You've got to make changes after that. You can't just keep on going, you know, with blinkers on and your eyes closed. Ange is at least more tactically adaptable. So look, anything else happening in Spurs? Well, what's out? You internet nutters have usually got a word or two. Højbjerg needs to go. I can say this because Ellie's not around. You know, yeah. Well, you know, I'll just take it off the screen, so it'll just look like me that's dropping Pierre in the shit now. Yeah, he's not. He's standard, isn't he? He's standard. We've been spoilt though, Mark, haven't we? We're used to seeing world-class midfielders, and he's definitely not one of them. He's not one of them. But apparently, to his credit, I've heard firsthand. Well, someone told me their experience meeting him out in public was very nice, and he's a jolly nice guy. So if he does go, I hope he has a good career somewhere, you know. Or if Ange sees something in him, give him a go. You know, it's going to be interesting. Only what is it? Only 10 days till we see them face off against Stratford FC in Perth, and it's live on free-to-air TV in Australia, so I'll be able to watch it without going to some dodgy Russian porn site. What we got here? Ribsy 85. I can't believe how much Juve fans wanted rid of Bentz. Did they really? Did they really? The league can't be that different. He's a wonderful buy for us. We felt the bits without him. Yeah, we certainly did. So he was really on the nose. It was Kulu as well. The fans were baying at the club to get rid of them. That's interesting, isn't it? Because it looks like we got a complete steal. Duncan Fiery Hotspur, just seen that there's an agreement in place for Ndombele to Galatasaray. So maybe all this, second chance for Ndombele stuff has been just smoke and mirrors. It's so hard to know, isn't it? Let's have a look. So latest. Ba, 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 ba. Hang on, let's type in the other bit. Galatasaray, you reckon, eh? Galatasaray? Latest. Okay, well, who's this guy here? Who's this bloke? He's got one follower. Piss off. Not having that. Well, it's a bloody rumour, eh? Let's talk rumours. There's nothing else happening. There's a couple of things here, but it don't look very concrete at the moment. Just whispers in the dark. Ndombele to Galatasaray. I don't think so. I don't think it's going to happen. Well, I mean, if it does happen, it just tells you, it even reinforces more the quality of bloody journalism in sport, which is something that Danny Blanchflower talked about. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link in here. This is great viewing for any Spurs fan. It's an interview Danny Blanchflower did in 1962. Here it is. I don't want to get bloody poo-pooed by the YouTube fuzz. There we go. I'll put this link in here. Just popped up the other month. I just saw this a couple of weeks ago, and it's an interview. Danny Blanchflower, 62 at the BBC, and he does talk a little bit about the standard of sports journalism and what he's saying back in 1962. So bloody 60 years ago. Far out, is it 60 years ago? I keep forgetting I'm 50, 51. Just doesn't feel like it. But what he was saying about football and journalism back then is true today. And if you want to see, if you want to get an idea of what a captain is, go and listen to this guy. Bloody smart as buggery, defends his team, defends footballers. He's obviously a very, very, very smart guy, but he's humble enough to understand that not all footballers are like that, and it doesn't make them dumb or stupid. They're still highly intelligent people, but they're just good at football. I really like what he had to say about that. He was saying, because the journalist that was interviewing him was being a little bit snooty, a little bit BBC bollocks, and Blanchflower pulled him up subtly a couple of times and said, well, just because a footballer can't articulate what they're doing doesn't make them stupid. It's like, he said, a farmer might not be able to tell you how they farm, but they still farm, don't they? Great guy, Danny Blanchflower. Mark Cousins, do you think all the training clips of Ndombele are to get him fit or put him in the shop window? It might be, eh? It might be. All these games of four-dimensional chess that we hear about these days in the game of kicking a ball around a bloody pitch. Maybe that was it, Look at how good Ndombele is. He features highly in our plans. So, because I guess you're gonna have clubs all over Europe owned by dickheads as well that don't know their arse from their elbow, and they'll fall for shit like that, won't they? They won't listen to the managers they've got. They'll just go, I'm Mr. Moneybags. I own the club. I can't trust my money with football, even though that's the enterprise I'm engaging in. It's bloody football. I know better. I'm going to buy Ndombele. Brilliant. Could be a good move, maybe. Matthew. Hello, Matthew. Nice to see you, man. Tottenham Hotspur have joined Napoli in the race to sign Borussia Mönchengladbach and Japan defender Ko Itakura. Yes, man. This came up at the beginning of the stream. The central defender only joined Gladbach from Man City last summer for 5 million squiggles. Yeah, I had a quick look at his stats, man. They look all right. Right-sided player. Looked from his heat map that maybe he's like left centre back or maybe even full back, and he passed my 2 criteria, which is taller than me, and he's got a SOFA score higher than Eric Dyer. 2 stupid measures, but that's stats, eh? Till I see him play, I don't know any better than that. Proof of life. I think Poch is asking for proof of life. So before he carries on managing Chelsea, he looks so bloody miserable there. It's brilliant. Unpopular opinion. Go for it, man. Gareth Bale destroyed his career by going to Madrid because he was injured all the time. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if Real has that reputation, because I know Spurs certainly have that reputation of playing players when they're injured. We've been doing it for bloody decades. Did Madrid do the same thing? Did he not get proper treatment? I mean, he still did all right out of the game in the end, and he ended on kind of a high. He got Wales to the World Cup. That was shit though. But didn't they draw with England? England didn't beat them, did they? Hang on. World Cup 2022. I've forgotten. England was fucking awful. Oh yeah, we beat Iran 6-2. Well done, England. Group B. I think we drew with Wales, didn't we? I can't remember. Shambles. England are never going to win anything with Gareth Southgate in charge. Never. Bale's literally man of the match in 3 UCL finals. Yeah, there you go, man. Yeah, well, I remember that. I remember that game, those 2 games against Inter Milan, where he just, I don't know, he just became. I mean, I always thought he was all right, but then he scored a hat-trick in the San Siro to drag us out of the shit. And then did the business at White Hart Lane. Yeah, I think he's playing a bit of golf. Is he actually on the PGA Tour now? Is he good enough? Is it still the PGA? Well, I don't follow golf too much because it all went like live and sexing golf up. I mean, how can you sex golf up, for fuck's sake? Jesus. My golfing highlight was years ago. I was watching the Ryder Cup highlights on TV on my little portable when I was a kid, and Sam Torrance was taking a putt. And if he got this putt in, then Europe had won the Ryder Cup. And he was just lining it in, just lining it up, about to hit the ball. And my mum knocks on the door, comes in my room and says, "Oh, why are you watching that, Paul? We won." And then, thanks, Mum. Thanks for that. Matthew Bale was the highest big game player for Madrid. Okay, yeah. Well, he was quite a talent. He's playing a pretty nifty team, though, to be fair. Duncan the Fiery Hotspur. Ndombele story reported in Turkish outlet Fanatic. Okay. Victor Nelson. That was a name I saw. Yes. I did see that name crop up, man. Let's have a look at this guy, Victor Nelson. This was like, I did look at him. Not on stream. I just looked at him. Yeah, that's it. The Danish guy. He looked quite all right, didn't he? And that's what I'm hoping, because all this, are we going to get Van der Ven or are we going to get Tapsoba? I think we will get one of them, but I think we're going to get another player as well. I don't think we're going to get both of them. We'll get one of them and someone else. And Victor Nelson might be all right. I mean, I've never seen him play. Has anyone seen him play? He looks all right. I mean, he looks like a big bugger. Has he got his height here? Oh, fuck, he's only 6. He's the same height as me. Bollocks. Be taller players. But he's probably better with a football, to be fair. Matthew, how much is a 23-year-old Gareth Bale worth in his time? Ooh. I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, a lot. I don't know, 100 million squiggles. Oh, here we go. Oh, that was at the Belfry. I played there. Yeah. Well, there you go. It was pretty exciting until my mum sport it. I've been watching it for so long as well. Today is son's birthday. Yes, it is. Oh yeah, you're on the same day in England now. Yeah, son's birthday, 31, I think he is. 31. Let's hope we get a good year out of him. I want to see Sonny back at his golden boot winning bit. I think he's going to have fun this year. I think he's going to have fun. He's going to enjoy his football. Future music, a 30% Bale was still epic for us the second time around. Yeah, man. Yeah, it was actually. I don't know what the problem was with playing him more. You know, I don't know. 24Z, you got reservations about the Nelson guy, have you? I just looked at his photo. Really, I thought, oh yeah, he looks all right. There he is. That's how he'd look. Yeah, look at that. It's huge compared to those other players in the background, isn't he? That's all. That's as far as my research got, man. So I don't know. He looked all right, but Matthew, 145 goals and 86 assists for us, legend. He should get a statue. Ooh, we're getting on our statue talk. We got into all sorts of trouble when we were talking about statues a couple of weeks ago. I reckon you start off with a statue of Bill Nicholson, maybe Arthur Rowe or some other managers, maybe even the guy that founded the club. I can't remember his name. Billy Hodge. But Bill Nicholson. And I think when you start talking about players, there's a whole debate to be had about that because we had so many bloody good players, man. But Bale's up there, isn't he? The only thing with Bale is he didn't win anything with us. Which, you know, it's not necessarily his fault, but a statue, I think, you've got to win something, man. You've got to win something. Not as good as Van der Vaart or Van der Vaart, Van der Ven or Taps over. That I'll probably call that guy Van der Vaart so many times without realising it now. I've just twigged on. Mark Cousins, who knows how old Son is? There was a thing about career about birthdays. Yeah, they've changed because they start the birthday clock from, I think it's like the moment you have a bun cup, really. So when you're born, you're nearly 1 year old. But that didn't affect the Premier League. I looked at that. The Premier League always just used his birthday, so he's not becoming a year younger in the Anglosphere, but he has become a year younger in South Korea. Good long pass, but I don't know much about else. Not very composed. Okay, Son is 31 today, but new rules. He's 30 in South Korea. No. He's 31 in South Korea as well. He'd be 32 in South Korea. Oh, hang on. Oh, fucking hell. All right, hang on. When's his date of birth? Let's get this whole thing cleared up. Hyung Min. Okay, so it's his birthday today. He's aged 31 in the Anglosphere and in South Korea now. But he would have been about 32 in South Korea because they count it from, getting your jiggy on over there. Hey, Phil, I think you're right. Sonny will have a great season. He'll have the freedom to do whatever he does. I think so. I think you're right. It'd be nice to see, wouldn't it? Be nice to see because I don't know how many seasons we got left of Son now. over 30. That's when it starts getting a little bit tricky for players. But, you know, you can buy yourself a few years if you've got a good football brain in you, you know. You're more aware of the game. You're not relying on your body so much. But be cool. Be cool. If Kane leaves us this season, for me, Son will be a bigger legend than Kane. Well, if we win, shit. But, I mean, look, being the record goal scorer is a big deal, man. That's something I would never have imagined, because you had like you had Jimmy Greaves and you had, was it Bobby Smith and it wasn't Chivers, was it? It was I've forgotten, but they were so far ahead of every other player that it was like impossible to foresee that a player would come along and have to basically score, you know, nearly 30 goals a season for 10 years to beat Greaves's record. So, I mean, Kane's done a lot for us. He really has. He's really made us look a lot better than we have at times as well. He's dug us out of the shit a lot more than Son. Weird age rule. We count from conception. Yeah. Well, you know, weird or not, that's the way they did it. They've changed their minds though. You know, someone older than I thought. Yeah, me too. I thought he was like virgin on 30. I didn't realise he was 31. Oh, fuck, I'm old enough to be Son's dad. Yeah, me too, man. Oh dear, oh dear. Yeah, it's funny. Like basically now, it doesn't matter who the footballer is, even Ibrahimovic. It's like, oh, he's a good kid. He's like, you know, in his 40s. But compared to me, he's a good kid. 150 goals, 100 assists coming in for Son. Yeah, it could be. If Son wins the UEFA Champions League, he'll be bigger than Kane, right? Oh, geez, I don't know, man. We'd have to wait till it happens. I think. I can't. I'm finding something like that hard to fit in my brain. Um, but put it. Look, I'm not sure about that question, Matthew. But you know, it brings me on to another thing, which is Harry Kane in general, and this idea that you know people are telling him, or maybe he thinks that he has to leave Spurs to win something. And I think that if he leaves Spurs right now, he could be missing out on something really exciting at Tottenham. Um, I mean, you know, I'm biased, and I probably say this every year because I'm a Spurs fan, but I think with what's happening there, I'd be surprised if in the next 2 years, some fucking bit of silverware doesn't drop our way. I mean, you're going right for near the pinnacle there, but I think even an FA Cup. I think an FA Cup for Harry Kane at Spurs would mean more to him than a Bundesliga. I mean, well, I don't know what's going on in his head. If I was a Spurs player through and through, and I was really that skilled, I'd probably. No, but I'm a bloody fan, aren't I? I can't talk, and I'm shit at football. Who knows? Who knows what's driving him, man? The scenes when Kane leaves this season, we win. I know that's what I'm saying, man. I think there's a real chance of it, and it'd be a shame for him. But it's the modern game, isn't it? It's the modern game. A lot of players are sort of hedging their bets a little bit. You know, instead of just committing one way or the other, it looks like we're offering. Well, according to reports, we're offering Kane a huge contract. And if that isn't good enough to keep him, then I mean, what can you do? But I think if he goes, I think he'll regret it. I really do. I just don't. I think he's going to miss out. He's going to miss out, and it ain't going to be worth it for a bloody Bundesliga. It really ain't. Can you imagine Harry Kane there with his grandkids, and he could be telling them the story. Yeah, I was with Spurs for like 9, 10 years, but then this Ange Postecoglou came, and everything changed. And that's when we won the Carabao Cup, and then we won the FA Cup, and then at the third time of trying being in the mix, we finally won the Premier League. Gather around, kids, you know. And maybe we didn't win the European Champions League. Maybe that's a bit much. That's stretching the fantasy too far. Maybe even the Premier League is. But fuck it, it's my fantasy. Fuck it, let's try it all in. And the Champions League, kids. Did it all with my boyhood club. Did it all with Tottenham. I was there from like this big. I was on loan all over the place, but I came good. So that's what you got to do in life, kids. Or it could be, and they'll be, oh, tell us more, Grandad. What was it like when you won the FA Cup after? It was great. There's the weight lifted off our shoulders, and then we really kicked on and we just blew everyone away in England. It was amazing. That's what it could be for Harry Kane around the campfire, the coal fire, the bog fire, whatever the fuck fire. Or instead it could be gather around, kids. Gather around, kids. Let me tell you about the time I won the Bundesliga. Maybe what's that, Grandad? Oh, it's this the league in Germany. Yeah, but what we don't Bayern Munich always win the Bundesliga? Yeah. But I was in the team one year. All right. Can we play PlayStation now? Can we play FIFA? That's what it's going to be like, Harry. If you leave Spurs, that's your future, mate. Mark Cousins, I could barely remember the last time we won the FA Cup. I had hair, man. I had hair. I was 18 years old. Is that right? No. Yes, yeah, I was 18. It was before my birthday. Yeah, it was 18. I was 18. The world at my feet. And here's me telling about Harry Kane's future. Look at the fucking state of me. Who am I to give a professional footballer, the record goal scorer of Tottenham, any fucking advice, eh? Matthew saying here, Kane is a curse if we win a trophy next year. Well, if he's here, he's not. I don't believe in curses and all that schmozzle, though, man. I'm not superstitious. It would just be a hell of a coincidence if Kane left and we won. I mean, maybe not a curse, but anyway, that's all hypothetical stuff, isn't it? It's all hypothetical stuff. Who knows what will happen down the line? All right, let's have a. Oh, I've been going 2 hours here, and cricket will be starting in about an hour. So I'll just have a quick look at the old rumour mill once more. Getting a little bit tired. Talking. I haven't done 2 hours this long for a while because my. Oh, hang on. Oh no, it's the same guy with one follower. There's another guy saying it. He's got 4 followers. This is the Ndombele Galatasaray. But hang on. What was it? 24Z said it was fanatic or something. Reporting. Oh, who knows, eh? Ange to Levy every day. Get your ass out of here, boy. What you mean? Get your ass out of the dressing room? I'll be all for that, man. Hey, put me spoiler. Happy Saturday, everyone. Happy Saturday. Kane ain't going to Bayern unless Ange provides epic season. He's a free agent next season. Loving Ange reset, but can't seeing a trophy next season. Bless him. The best on a free. Oh, look, if Kane is committed to one more year and he goes on a free, I don't give a crap, man. I think that's fair enough. He can go wherever he wants then. But so he can't even. There's not even the vaguest scent of a little bit of silverware there somewhere. Just a little hint. I'm just feeling a little bit. Feeling a little bit that we might surprise some people this year. I just when I look at I can't go past Ange Postecoglou, man. He's a different sort of manager we've got, and I've been wanting him at Spurs just because he's Australian. It's because I think he's one of the best bloody coaches in world football, without a doubt. and he showed it wherever he's been, wherever he's had the opportunity, and we're so lucky to have him. So lucky to have him, and I think we might. You never know, man. The thing is, he understands that we're starving. We're starving for success at Spurs. So yeah, it might be a Carabao Cup or something like that. This is Spurs. This could be 2008 final. Yeah, fair enough, man. Fair enough. Kane should break the 300 goal mark and leave as simple as that. He could do what he wants, can't he? You know. Even at like 300, people go on about the Premier League record. I don't know. I think that's kind of a load of old bollocks because it's not the proper record, is it? Even Alan Shearer could add another 20 odd goals onto it, and even he isn't anywhere near the top. Let's have a look. I'm just going to have a look now. I'm curious. Now, if the PC shits itself, I take full responsibility. Hang on. Flight leading scorers. First tier top scorers. Here we go. Get the list up. Not by season. Here we go. Top 50 all-time scorers. Here we go. Right. PC might shit itself. I will switch over to my phone immediately. So there we go. This is top flight, first division Premier League. And Jimmy Greaves, look, he's miles. Look, 357. 357. That's what you've got to go for. That is the record. None of this Alan Shearer, well, he's got a few less than that, hasn't he? Because you've got to knock about 16 or 17 off. What is it? What's the bloody Premier League record? 260, 270, something like that. Whereas the real record in my mind is 357. And we've got, where is he? Harry Kane's way down here. Look, here's Harry Kane, 19th in the list. He's not in the top 5 or anything like that. He's 19th. He's got even less than bloody Tony Cottee at the moment. Fuck, I didn't realise he got that many. God, he played a lot of games though. Shit goal ratio. But he's got a long way to go. He's not gonna get the proper record. Look at these names here: Ian Rush, Joe Smith, Nat Lofthouse. Oh, here we go. See, this is why I don't like records starting from 1992, is because we don't see these names come up anymore. And their names worth hanging around. Dixie Dean, for fuck's sake, Why not have him on the list? Why haven't we got Jimmy Greaves there anymore? And I know they played fucking 6 more games a year. I don't give a shit. That's fine. I can live with that. It's all just Premier League branding. Piss off, Premier League. Anyway, Matthew, in that way, Shearer is better than Ronaldinho just because he's the Premier League all-time scorer. It doesn't work that way. No, it don't. Richie B, hey Paul, glad to see your channel going well. Thanks, man. And just got plenty of work to do if he's going to bring back he does, man. But if anyone can, Ange can. Fresh future music. I'm curious now. Have you got a channel? I'm curious. I'm not going to bring it up, but I can't even find YouTube now. But I will look for it. My interest is piqued. The fresh new path is empty of obstacles. One step at a time with patience, and we can eventually warrant that name. Hotspurs again. I like it, man. I like it. Yes, man. Harry Hotspur returns to White Hart Lane. Barbaric Disdain. Here we go. Hey, Paul, putting the centre backs we have right now in front of a new goalkeeper as a recipe for disaster. Ooh. I hope we get new defenders in ASAP. Yeah, everyone's getting a bit. I reckon they're coming. Don't know who yet, but we're going to get something in. But yeah, you're right. I mean, if we don't, it's going to be shit, isn't it? Because it's going to be Dyer and Sanchez and Davies and awful. Ange excites me, says Pommy Spur, watching an interview to the point of wanting to piss after a couple of beers. Could be my prostate, but believe. Yeah, now you mention it, I'm getting up a lot during the night to go to the bathroom since Ange joined Spurs. I wonder why that is. Oh, look, is it? I don't know if I've seen this person before. Hello there, just a girl who loves Spurs. Morning, Paul. Hope you're well. New defender by the end of the week. I fancy that's what I want to hear. That's it. No doom and gloom. That's not the place for it here. Have you got any tips on who we're gonna get through the door, or aren't you fussed? I mean, anyone's going to be better than the Muppets we've got. Jim Spurs till I die. Wow, another cool name. Paul, do you think Harry Kane will sign a new contract? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's and really, I'm not fussed either way. To be honest, I'm not fussed either way. Like if he stays with us and leaves on a free next year, okay, whatever. If we sell him now, I don't care. If he's just another player. And look, and I wouldn't be saying this if we didn't have a good manager, man. By the way, if we still had Conte or Mourinho or Nuno, maybe even Poch a little bit, I wouldn't be saying the same thing. I wouldn't be saying, "Oh, fucking Harry Kane, who gives a shit about him?" But I think we'll find out. We'll find out sooner rather than later. It might be that he doesn't sign a new contract and he hangs around a year, but he won't be. That won't happen unless Ange is convinced he's going to play. He's going to still have to earn his place. I can't. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Boy, sport. That's it. Sponsor prostate pills. Yeah, that's what we do. Well, when I look at the old demographics for this channel, and because YouTube's always looking at you, I can see where's the age group. It did make me chuckle because it's not that I'm purposefully going for the mature audience, but I'm just doing it the way I want to. And I suppose if I'm in the 45 to 54 age bracket, then that's when most of my viewers are going to be. There we are. I don't know if it shows up. I'll see if I can get it up on my phone. Let me see if I can surprise my camera. There we go. Or maybe if I hold it up here, then advance it slowly. Come on. There's a force field in place. It doesn't let you show me your. There you go. See, can you see the stats there? It's the hip crowd. It's the hip crowd. This is the place to be. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're onto something. Let's get some prostate pill adverts in. I'll go for that. So my two sponsors I'd be interested in be one, Victorinox. They make jolly good Swiss Army knives. This one is 40 years old, never even had to sharpen it. So I'll have them in, and I'll have some prostate pill people in as well. Brilliant. As long as it works, though, I want to see independent medical trials. Don't fob me off in any old horse shit. Just a girl, I suppose. Yes, Paul, bringing the sunshine. I reckon Nelson or VDV by the end of next week, possibly both. Be nice to get to him, wouldn't it? And I'm fancying VDV as well, and I wouldn't be underwhelmed by that. I know, like, apparently Tapsoba is a better player and everything, but I don't know. Something kind of, and I've got no rational reason for this. Football's all about emotion. It's all about what's in here, not what's in here, unless you've got a football brain. And if you've got a football brain, you'd be on the pitch, not where I am, on the couch, just rabbiting on. But there's something about Van der Ven that tickles me a bit, man, tickles me. Oh, fuck, I've got loads of comments in now. What's happened? It was all going quiet. I was tap dancing and there's loads of comments now. Shit. All right, hang on. Oh, now I'm getting all confused. Oh, hang on. Professional streamer. Oh, not yet, but soon. Soon. Oh, when you vibe ball makes me crazy. Oh, well, football's ridiculous, isn't it? That's why I don't get too. I get serious about it because it affects my mood and it makes me like grumpy and pissed off and upset when Spurs aren't doing well, and it makes me very very happy when they do well. And I kind of find that whole idea that something that I've got no effect over and is totally unrelated and really in terms of the world means nothing, but a load of us make it so important, and it kind of tickles me. It's absurd. It's great. It's something human about it. I love it. As I've said it before, if the more we cared about what's going on the pitch, the less likely we're to pick up gun. We're going to pick up guns, aren't we? Because we can vent all the agony and ecstasy following the football team. We don't need to go all dugger with people. Sort it out, planet Earth. Fuck's sake. Richie B, it would be nice to get at least one centre back before we go. But I think that'll happen, mate. We've got, what, 10 days? I'd be really surprised and a bit disappointed if that didn't happen. But, you know, I love your attitude. Oh, thank you, man. Thank you. You haven't seen, maybe you haven't seen when we're playing shit and losing. Matthew Sun says he'll stay for another 5 seasons, and he has longevity as well. His physicality is class. He can easily play for 36. I hope that's true. I hope that's true, man. He could do. Be great. Paul is now stone cold. Yeah. You're 27. Oh, well, you're at the hipper end. No, well, not hipper end. Younger end. Younger end. I'm just surprised, man. Like that 13% of my viewers are aged over 65 plus. Not that, and the reason I'm surprised is that I'm 51 and I can barely work out all this shit myself. So well done to people at 65 and over that have got the patience to click on shit. And that's why I don't bang on to people about clicking like and subscribe all the time. Because I figure if you want to do it, you're going to do it, and if you ain't, you ain't. You know. The only thing I will just give a little plug. I won't bang on about it too much, but I'm out of work for 2 more months, less than 2 more months. Then I'm back at work, which is good. But at the moment, I am struggling a bit money, and I'm not really looking. I'm a shit salesman because I don't look very upset about it because I'm kind of not really. I've kind of gone past that, and it's like, oh fuck it, I ain't got any money. But it would be nice to have a little bit. But everyone's doing it tough. I get it. And if you don't want it, you don't want it. Just hang around and watch. You know, it's all up to you. It's all cool. But there's a link in the description below. And, you know, people have been so bloody generous already. But you know, it's up to you. You know, where are we going? Where are we going with the comments here? And then very soon, it won't be long before I'll be able to be monetized, and I'll just do super chats and things like that or whatever. You know. Whatever the cool kids do on YouTube. Yeah, channel is growing. It's growing. Yeah, it is, man. I don't know. I just thought I'd do it my way, you know. I'll just do it my way. Jim, you're missing a spliff. Yeah, well, like I say, I'm not working at the moment, so that ain't happening. That ain't happening for a while. But when I start earning money, I can guarantee that nothing from the GoFundMe is going to go to anything like that. I've actually given up bloody nicotine as well in this situation because I prefer to eat tomatoes and beans instead. But rest assured, when I get back to work, 6th of June, no, 6th of September, there will be something like that happening. Maybe not on stream, but it will be happening, man, and it'll be quite fun because I'll have my tolerance will be bugger all. Be great. Just a girl who loves Spurs. Ange, our wonder from down under. Yes, man. We'll convince Harry that Ange ball is the way forward, and he was like, you know, I've still got this feeling he's gonna look into his eyes. But it depends what Harry wants. I still think it's going to be a mistake if he goes. But I mean, how could you not be persuaded by Ange? And I take it from what you're saying there, just a girl. You're saying our wonder from down under. I take it you're in England, and already Ange has mesmerised you. You've seen enough of Ange. You think this is the guy. You think he's so good he's going to keep Harry Kane. And that's what I like. It's been really fun for me seeing how fans have warmed to Ange. It's been great because I've seen him for like 20 years, and people thought I was being silly for wanting him to have the job, which is understandable because no one's ever heard of him over there. But now you're all seeing what I've seen. I love it because there's no one. Everyone's just wishing him all the best. It's so good. It's so good. It's not like remember when we got Nuno in. It's like, oh fuck, yeah, he's going to make us proud. Oh, Barbaric Disdain. Oh, thanks for the congrats, man. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Cool. I'm enjoying this. Good little stream, this. Richie B sounds great to me. Just a girl who loves Spurs. Yeah. Just a girl who loves. It's almost a song title, isn't it? Nelson in the deal, including Sancho's the other way. Now you're talking. Well, I mean, who would have thought? Who would have thought we would like do a switcheroo? You know, Daniel Levy opened up his dirt drawer. You know, filed Leicester. Let's see what filth we've got on Leicester. Gets on the phone. All right, mate. All right. I'm going to put an offer to you can't refuse, right? Because of, you know, these photos when you visited one of our finest Enoch establishments, because as well as running a football club, which we don't like to talk about, we've also got loads of casinos and knocking shops and strip joints and whatever, and we've got you bang on to rights. So I'll cut it short, mate. You're gonna give us Maddison, and we're gonna give you Harry Winks, and we'll give you bugger all for him. How's that for a deal? So if he's got the same thing going for Galatasaray, I don't know. Have the Galatasaray owners been over to one of Enoch's fine establishments? I don't know. He's like Vertonghen. Ooh, this is getting exciting. This is getting exciting. And Jim likes Van der Ven as well. Yes, that's right. What, you know, and what is the point in supporting a football club? If you're just going to moan and bitch and fucking whine about it all the time, there's no point. You might. I just prefer to dream a little bit and have my dreams dashed because, you know, they're going to be. I'm going to be annoyed when we lose anyway, so I might as well be happy now. And just picture all those images from my past of Steve Perryman lifting the FA Cup and a fan running out and then saying, "Oh, sorry." You know, that's what Tottenham's about. That's what Spursy is. Forget what they say on Talk Sport. Spursy means bottled it. Spursy is Steve Perryman lifting the FA Cup 2 years in a row. That's what Spursy is, mate. Spursy is us winning the UEFA Cup in White Hart Lane with bugger all of our first team available. The second string goalkeeper. We still won it. We still want that's Spursy. That's what it is. Hashtag reclaim Spursy. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. Look at those clowns down the road in Twats FC. Twats FC from Woolwich. And they call us jokers. God. Arteta, king of the paper fairies. He's like a shit Oberon. Shit Oberon. Jim, Spurs till I die. Paul, just a girl who loves Spurs, has her own. Oh, have you got your own channel as well? Hang on. Let's have a look. Do. My PC might shit itself when I do this, and I'll flick over to my iPhone. Oh, I mean, fucking hell, I can't even type in YouTube. Here we go. YouTube. Yeah. Let's have a look here. Just a girl who loves Spurs. I managed to find it. Oh, I see what your logo is now. We've both co-opted the whole thing and stuck a different thing in for the ball. Oh well, let's get subscribed there, and then we'll copy this. There's not many people watching here, but bugger it. Here we go. There's just a girl who loves Spurs. I mean, you've got to subscribe for the name alone, haven't you, really? There we go. Do go over there and have a look at it and click a like and subscribe and stuff, you know. I'll have to have a look at that. What are we saying? Okay. As our own channel, oh my god, you two should do one together. The stream is very chilled like yours. Oh, well, good. That's the way it should be. Except when I get on my high horse about something. Yeah, I know. Yeah, any old time, man. Yeah, I'm always up for streaming. I'm not very good at planning. That's my only thing. It's always spur of the moment with me. But there's my that's my Twitter thing. Where is it? I can't even point at it. At Hotspur. At Hotspur Hippie. At Hotspur Hippie. Just bung us a DM or something if you want to do something. That's cool. Hang on. Pommy Spur. I'm 44. Hang on. In your mental category. I think you're wise. Yeah, I think you could probably stick a few more question marks than that, man. I think it's the benefit of getting older. You just realise how stupid you are, and it's quite fun. It's quite fun just being a bit dumb. There's nothing wrong with it. Intelligence, people, it's so overrated. It really is. Oh, okay, you're in England. Love with Angel Ready. Good man. Brilliant. Hook, line, and sinker. That's what I like to see. Kate, right. Kate and Jim, good, right. I think you're also incredibly refreshing. No, thanks very much, Jim and Kate. Nice to have you looking at my shit as well. And there's always the wags with your names, Mr. Moorcock. Is that Michael Moorcock? Good author. Hippie. For those of us who knows what's coming, it's a pleasure to foretell what will transpire. Yes, I know, man. It's just seeing it all unfold, eh? It's all seeing it unfold. It's great. Jim, I said a long time ago, Ange was a Spurs manager, and his football is the Spurs way. Excellent. I'm convinced we will win trophies under the mighty Ange. I think it's inevitable. I think it's inevitable. They've been over more than once. Don't stop the only heartfelt, honest, jovial thing going on YouTube. When your nanny's state license gets given, no. So I've got it all figured out, man. I've got all my future plans figured out. This is my vision, right? So when I get my license back, I'll be able to do the Ubering again. Thanks, New South Wales government, with your fucking It's not like England. You points only last a year over there. Here, New South Wales, they last 3 years. It's bloody impossible to keep a license. It's all 5Ks over and shit like that. But my plan is, right, get up in the morning early. If I'm up really early, do a little bit of a stream maybe. But if not, get the morning rush hour. Right, get the rush hour done, and then I'll probably be ending up in somewhere in Sydney or New South Wales, and then I'll do one of my little videos, fart around a bit, maybe do a stream during the day. I don't know. Then do a bit more driving in the evening. Get home late, and then maybe do an hour or two streaming to unwind, because I find when I've been driving all day, like if I've done 10 or 12 hours, I get home, I'm kind of tired but wired, if you know what I mean. So it'd be a nice way to chill out and relax. And then, of course, when I get 10 million subscribers and shit, then I won't have to do Uber anymore, and I'll just have, I don't know, but just beanbags and shit. I don't know. I quite even like the shit green screen effect because it looks rubbish. I don't think I'd even improve that. One thing I do want to do is I want to get a nice lavalier microphone, because I'm not happy with the audio quality. I know it's not terrible, but I used to do podcasting and shit years ago, and I like voices to sound right, and it's not quite there with this. So that's my plan for world domination. Anyway, there we go. Kate says, Andrew's worked as Australian Magic. Everyone wants to come to Spurs now. I know, man. I know. He's different. Hey, he's different. It's cool. Future music is a breath of fresh air after being suffocated by Jose and Conte and their flawed tactics. Absolutely. Anti-football is no more a thing at Tottenham. Reclaim Spursy. That's it, man. It's reclaim Spursy. Spursy, Glenn Hoddle flicking one over the top. That's what Spursy is, right into the path of Steve Archibald. Spursy is schoolboy's own Paul Gascoigne banging a free kick against Arsenal from his own goal line. It's going to get further back every time I say it. But that's Spursy. I don't know where all this choking crap came from. Probably Simon Jordan, and all that. Yeah, Simon Jordan. What a knob he is, him and his freedom of speech. He only likes freedom of speech to work in one way, not the other. No. We know how it works. Remember, this is Hotspur Hippie. It's not Hotspur Hopkins, but enough of that politics. And the real reason, don't forget, the only reason I don't like that talentless shithead Piers Morgan is because he supports Arsenal. That has nothing to do with anything else, because he supports Arsenal. That's enough. So Galatasaray reps have been over more than once. Oh, well, that's good news. And if Ange doesn't get players, he won't be afraid to tell management and also tell, he'll do it. I think his management isn't just with players, it's with everyone. So, bear in mind, he's been sniffing after the Spurs job for quite a while. And he had to be interviewed, and apparently he impressed everyone at Spurs when he was being interviewed. And I don't think he's the kind, he's not like an abrasive character. I think he'll just persuade people. He'll just make it so obvious they've got no choice but to do what he says. That's what I really think. All right, now I'm going to. I'll just leave it with Matthew. He'll make Son a monster, and Kane will pay for it. Well, what you got against Kane, mate? Kane's all right. He's all right. He's got he married his childhood sweetheart. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. Good on him. And you'll go through the media to embarrass management. I'm not sure he'll do that, man. Not sure who. I don't think I've seen him do that. He's not a big. He's there to protect the football club, amongst other things, and that part of that I think would be not telling the world what's actually going on. But I could be wrong. It depends. If it goes really to shit, it might. But he kind of did that when he was youth manager of the Australian team and an Australian manager. He was a little bit more vocal. So maybe you do have a point. You do have a point. Anyway, folks, I've had a really good fun time on this stream, and I'm going to say good night for now. I'm going to get some food, and I'm going to get ready for bloody England to lose the Ashes in half an hour, because we're playing arse ball. I call it Baz ball. It's just dumb ball. It's shit ball. It's arrogant ball. That's what it is, England. You've lost the Ashes because you've been too arrogant. And it's a shame, because I can't stand the Australian team. Bastards. But England are making it bloody hard for me to like them at the moment. I'll tell you that. All right, okay. Okay, Matthew, jinxing is a Kane and Liverpool. Perfect. That's what we want to see. All right, folks. Well, I'll say good night, and I'll be back, in the fullness of time. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. And don't forget, is there going to be a confirmation button? I might time this wrong. Okay, so, oh, fuck. Hang on. Okay, hover over that, and I'll just go, come on, you Spurs!